Hi everyone, and welcome back to Theory Thursdays at Get There. Today we're talking about earthquakes, the seemingly random, destructive force of nature we encounter from time to time. Earthquakes can be scary, they're unpredictable and potentially very destructive depending on how strong they are and how far away they originate. But to understand earthquakes and what causes them, we first have to understand what's going on inside the Earth. What you and I think of as the Earth is really just a thin layer called the crust, which sits on top of a bed of super hot molten magma called the mantle, which surrounds the Earth's even hotter core. Because the mantle is fluid and the bottom of the mantle is almost 4 times hotter than the top of the mantle, the hotter magma rises to the top and displaces the less hot magma, causing convection currents to form. These convection currents actually cause the tectonic plates in the crust, which hold the world's continents and oceans, to move. When tectonic plates move, one of 3 things can happen. 1, they can move away from each other, called a divergent plate boundary, which is like the mid-Atlantic ridge, causing the Atlantic Ocean to actually get wider by almost an inch every year. They can crash into each other, called convergent plate boundaries. For example, the Indian plate colliding with the Eurasian plate, forming the Himalayan mountain range. And 3, they can slide past each other, called a transform boundary. For example, the Pacific plate sliding past the North American plate, creating the San Andreas fault line. These tend to produce the most powerful earthquakes. When all that pressure of plates being pushed together or sliding past each other is built up and finally released, the result is a powerful shaking of the Earth's crust, or an earthquake. Earthquakes are measured on the Richter scale, which is a logarithmic scale from 1 to 10. What that means is every number on this scale is 10 times more powerful than the one before it. So an earthquake that measured a 7 is actually 10 times more powerful than one that measured a 6, and 100 times more powerful than a 5, and so on and so forth. The amount of destruction depends on how deep the focus or point of origin is, or how far away the epicenter or the point on the surface above the focus of the earthquake is. The National Earthquake Information Center reports an average of 50 earthquakes per day around the world, most of which are minor, causing no damage, with many more taking place that are too small to even be detected. While there's not much you can do to prepare for something as unpredictable as an earthquake, we can prepare by building more earthquake-resistant structures and by having plans in place so that we know how to respond in the event of an earthquake. Stay safe and thanks for watching Theory Thursdays at Get There. We'll see you next time.